people come in here, will you have questions for coach and players? I don't want them to get in here and not have anyone ask questions.
For Arizona State?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect, yeah.
Did that happen last time?
No, it's just, there's usually more people in here at this point.
That's fair. You can blame PJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were like racing the end of the U.S. Women's National Team game.
What now?
Yeah, so they just finished.
Oh.
Sophie and I were both watching that like on press row, like 3-point game.
I know technically ASU hospitals and comms made us sit and ask ASU questions because no one was present.
Okay, welcome to the Phillips 66 Big 12 Women's Basketball Tournament. We'll be joined shortly by players and coaches from Arizona State first and then Arizona. A couple of reminders, make sure your phones are on silent for the press conference. Identify yourself, if you remember, by your name and organization before you ask the questions, and direct your question to a specific player or the coach. Okay, they will be here shortly. Oh, thank you. That is for Arizona.
Oh, Arizona.
Yeah. Do you have box scores? Wouldn't mind just passing them around. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Okay. So, Washinetz and Carrera.
We're here with Arizona State.
We're ready.
Hi. I'm Marley. Nice to meet you.
I was gonna be Elle for a second.
Oh, wait. Oh, you were.
Is Elle coming?
They said she's coming. They said she's just
Okay.
getting her nose. Yeah. It had to have a little bump.
Well, we can wait just a smidge.
So, yeah.
All right, well, we are joined by Arizona State head coach Molly Miller and Marley Washinetz, and waiting on Eloise Carrera, who's checking her nose. Well, we'll give her a second to get to the table, and then we'll open it up. Coach, we'll just have you start with a couple of comments on the game.
Yeah, well, here's March, right? And we've been prepared for this moment. We've been prepared for this moment in the non-conference when we had some tough road games. We've been prepared for this moment playing, a team for the third time. We've been prepared for this moment in March. That's why I'm excited for this team and the momentum that they're getting at the end of the year. I think we can hang with anyone. You look at those teams with the double bye. We've beat one of them, and we were single-digit losses to West Virginia, Texas Tech, and Baylor. So it's been fun to see what we're potentially capable of, and now we've had to have different people step up in different moments. That's been fun to see this late in the year, and we're just grinding through, but we'll take this one. So 1-0 after our 0-0 clean slate.
All right, questions for coach and the student athletes. Just raise your hand and we'll get a microphone right to you. First up, right here on our left.
Good evening. My name is Al High. I'm with the Highlights. This is your third time playing Arizona. Your first time you played them, you beat them by 8. Second time you beat them on the road, came back in overtime. Tonight you beat them by 3 points. What is it about Arizona that brings the best out of you all?
Yeah, they're a tough team, and obviously there's the in-state rivalry, and that's an underlying story every time you play. But they've got some good guards. They're scrappy. They mixed up defenses. They play hard, and we play hard. So this type of game is a rock fight, and it's not always going to be pretty with these two teams. But we battled, found a way, cleaned up a bloody nose or two, and got after it.
Okay, right here on our right. Front row.
Hi, my name's Harrison. I'm with the Walter Cronkite Sports Network, and my question is for the two athletes. The Big 12's unveiling this new court. What'd you guys think of it? I saw Marley, you took a pretty hard fall on the nose. Did it feel different than hardwood, and if so, how?
We kind of talked about this obviously when we first got here. It was just different. Super cool to kind of be the first year of that and kind of being a little trademark for that. But I think when we were dribbling, we were talking about it was a little different. It took a little getting used to with some of the lines and stuff like that. But overall, I thought it was a really cool experience. When you're playing, I don't think you really pay attention to it as much as most people would think. I think probably for my knees personally, it felt a little bit better opposed to the hardwood. But when it comes to falling, usually I don't even feel half of what happens.
Eloisa?
I think it felt great. Playing with my team, I honestly really don't care where we play. I just care about playing with them and winning with them.
Okay. Did you have another? Yeah, absolutely.
Another difference I noticed, you guys are playing Wilson Evos instead of the normal Adidas or Nike balls. Did that feel any different? And there were a couple ball security stuff during the game. Did the different basketball contribute to that?
Not really. I think like what Elle said, just being able to be on the court with my team and playing, and our staff does a good job of kind of recognizing that stuff. Even when we play on the road and we're playing a Nike school, they usually kind of start implementing those balls into practice a couple days prior to. And so we played with probably every different kind of ball you can imagine at this point in the season. And so I don't think that's an excuse for us in this game. I think ball security and stuff like that, we knew they're a tough team, and we knew that they're scrappy, and so we have to be tougher with the ball. And so I think just overall we've kind of been in this position before, and not really a big focus for us. But yeah.
Okay, right over here on our left.
You all jumped. You were down 10-2 early in the first quarter. What adjustments did you all make going forward to end up taking the lead by half?
Yeah, we didn't really need to make adjustments. We just needed to settle in. I could feel that. You can get a feel and a vibe for your team, and we were a little tight. We needed to get stops, so we talked about 3 stops in a row. Energy being our edge on defense. Getting it started on that end will help our offense. Marley saw the ball go through the basket, which was helpful, and then we got some deep touches with Elle. So that opens, when Elle and our perimeter can score, it opens up one or the other. So it was a slow start. It was a sluggish start, but I'm glad that we could kind of rally together after that first media and come out with some more defensive energy to help us.
Front row right.
Hi, I'm Mia Bensich for Walter Cronkite Sports Network. Molly, this is for you. In a one-possession game late, what gave you the confidence that your group would close it out?
We have before. We've been there before. I think the biggest thing with this group is we know what this position feels like. We've had road games where we've had to close it out. We've managed time and score in practice. We've done end-of-game situations. A lot of that is being strong with the ball, making it a sure thing. We said no live ball turnovers either. And when there's a physical game like this, you want to attack the rim, and that's what we started to do, attack the rim. We wanted to get it inside to Elle because she was the hot hand, and she was being really physical down there. And when we step back and look at this game as coaches, we're probably going to be like, there's a lot of mistakes made on both sides. But if you can just kind of grit your teeth and pound your hand in your fist and finish it, then that's what we did towards the end of the game. And they were strong with the ball, and I was proud of their effort and their toughness.
And then for the athletes, in the final timeout and towards the end of the game, this game was super close. What did the energy look like for you, or the message that Molly had for you? What did you and the team talk about? What really pushed you to get this win?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that they were going to come in fighting. We knew this game meant more on both ends. We're not only playing for, the name on the back of the jersey, you're playing for the name on the front and the communities and the support. So we knew it was going to be a scrappy game, but just coming in and trusting their coaching staff, like, they've been in this position, we've been in this position, they know what they're doing, and so we just trusted them, and down the stretch, we knew we had to get stops. I mean, at one point, we were just, like, trading baskets, and that's what we kind of said in the timeout, was, like, we need to get stops, and that's kind of been our identity since the jump. So to get back onto track with that, and then at the end of the game, we had a great defensive effort by everybody. I mean, it was such a team effort on Shikapong at the end, because, like, the staff told us, we knew where it was going, and it went there, and we were able to get a stop. It was a team effort for sure.
All right, on our left, Kathleen.
Kathleen Geyer from the 9 Sports. Elle, you guys end up doubling them up in the paint for points, 36-18. What was working down there for you and McKenna? And just, do you like being in the position of having the ball on those last couple of plays?
I do, and I love that my coach trusts me, my teammates trust me, to have the ball and score for them. So being in that position, it is a lot of pressure, but I love the pressure.
Okay, back over here. All right.
Hi, my name is Faith Wick. I'm with Inferno Intel, and my question is for the 2 athletes. Despite this game, this tournament being in Kansas City, Missouri, I feel like Arizona State had a really good turnout for fans. How did that make you guys feel?
Like home, when I saw like the band and the fans and they were playing music and they were going at each other, the 2 bands, it really made me feel like home, and it was great.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to see the support that we had, even being in Missouri, just means a lot. I mean, to see the growth we've had just for our women's program in general this year has been amazing. So super grateful to all the fans, the cheerleaders, the band. Like she said, they were like going back and forth, and it was so funny because we were talking about it. But yeah, no, just super grateful and blessed to have the community we have here at ASU.
All right. Back there you go.
Okay, so you get 0.2 seconds to enjoy this win.
All right, Rachel, you're right.
What does the next 12 hours look like in preparation for Iowa State?
You know, it's not a hard prep, it's an obvious prep of what you have to stop. And it's a good, we played them recently, and we can make some adjustments, but really we're gonna have to defend and we're gonna have to score. As easy as that sounds. We didn't put the ball in the basket at their place. We got into early foul trouble. We have to be aware of that when we're guarding a player like Audie. You can't just play her one way. So when we look at prep, we're gonna have to see what worked, what didn't work, and we're gonna have to be sure that we're on the same page and game plan. But we're excited for the opportunity. You know, this is a team that has won 23 games now. We've had 10 conference opponents wins, and we're ready for this moment. We're ready for March. We're primed, and they'll be focused, and we will hit the books and the film and come out and give it our best.
It's almost like you knew my next question. There's been carnage in other conferences. I know you guys are not following that right now, but I certainly am. Just talking about not even just the bubble, but can you expand a little bit just on the strength of the Big 12 and some of the disrespect that this league gets?
Yeah, it's not a bad thing when you have teams beating up on each other. It's actually a really good thing. That means it's extremely competitive. Every night it's going to be a fight. These players are battling. No game on the schedule is a given. And you're seeing that, and you're seeing the parity. And when you have these teams that go into a place and have upsets, the amount of upsets we did, when you have these bubble teams that are going on the road and winning, the Big 12 is strong. And if you're 500 in the Big 12, that's tournament worthy in my mind. So, and you can see the road games that we've played, the in-conference games, the good wins we've had. I think the tough thing for our schedule that just happened to line up, we played all the top teams on the road. And we had some good battles on the road where we were winning, or we were close to win, or we were possession away from those ranked teams. And so that's why I believe, here we are. We could have been from the 7th seed to the 10th seed or 11th seed. And here's where I believe that, we could have easily been the last game of the year. We could have easily been the 7th seed just by jockeying. That's how much the last game of the year meant to all these teams. So to me, that's a pretty competitive conference that deserves a lot of teams. Conference that deserves a lot of teams in the tournament. There's a lot of teams that should be in the tournament, and the teams that will be in the tournament will have a really good showing.
Okay. Front row, did you have another? Okay, last one.
Oh, no pressure. Oh, I'm totally blanking.
All right, Harrison, you got it.
Molly, I'm Faith Wick. Once again, I'm with Inferno. Into tomorrow's game, kind of like, what is the locker room mindset going to be for you, for all the players, and the main message going in tomorrow?
You don't get another chance. We've talked about you're done, one and done in this tournament. And so your chance to prove yourself, to bolster your resume, to get a signature win is tomorrow. And we'll prep, we'll be ready. I'm excited. I asked some of the kids that were in foul trouble if that was their idea of getting some rest, so they're fresh tomorrow. But we should have some fresh legs with hanging out on the bench with foul trouble today. So that's a good positive.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to see some familiar faces. Yes. Thanks for making the trip. Yeah, thanks for extending it.
Sorry, didn't mean to put you under the gun, Harrison. Sorry, didn't mean to put you under the gun like that. There you go, there you go. Hi, thanks for joining us. Oops. Did you bring your coach with you?
Yeah, she's right behind me.
Okay. All right, we're joined by Arizona head coach Becky Burke, student athletes Nolani Cornfield and Nora Francois. Coach, if you could just start with a couple of comments about the game, then we'll open it up to questions.
Yeah, congratulations to Arizona State. When I look at the game and I look at the fact that we held them to 54 points, I think I would assume we win 9 times out of 10. Those with defending that way and holding them, maybe to their season low. But this year's just been a really a big year of just really close games and lessons for us, and it's been hard. It's been really hard, but we've competed. We haven't quit. We haven't given up. And for what we have and what we went through, and I think our players did everything that they could to compete in the Big 12 this year, and for that I'm really proud of this group, proud of Lonnie and Nora and Mickey for their last season. But we competed just like we always do, and I would have loved to have been on the other end of some more wins this year because of the fact that we compete so hard. But credit to them for beating us, today again. But I will say I'm looking forward to the future and to build off of this season. But like I told our players, life is hard. You get adversity, you battle. And sometimes things goes your way, and sometimes they don't. So we'll learn a lot from this year, but really excited for what's to come for Arizona women's basketball.
All right, thank you. Question over on our right.
Becky, what can you say about your first year in the Big 12, your foundational year there at Arizona, overall strength of the league?
Yeah, I'm very thankful to be the coach at the University of Arizona with our fan base, our administration, our just what we have as a national brand of basketball, and what we're going to be able to do with some time going into next season is really, really exciting. And we have everything that we need to be successful. And our goal is to compete for Big 12 championships and national championships. And we're going to be better for this year and move forward. And like I said, the future is very, very bright. But I'm thankful. I'm appreciative. Got the best athletic director in the Big 12 in the country. And like I said, with a little bit of time and some footing under our feet, I feel like we're in really, really good position for success for year 2.
Okay, we'll stay over here in the front row.
Hi, Becky. My name's Harrison Fuller. I'm with the Walter Cronkite Sports Network. Take us through the final huddle. We clearly Sugapong was the first option. Who was 2, 3, 4, and 5?
Oh, geez. We know ASU's really physical, baseline out of bounds, sideline out of bounds. That's something that, we are a little bit smaller. We are, a little bit undersized compared to them. So they really give us a hard time trying to get the basketball in and get to our spots. And they're really, really physical with us in critical times. And they have been all 3 times we've played them. And we haven't matched that physicality on the offensive end. So, Samaya and Lonnie are always options 1 and 2. And then, I pick who's 3, 4, and 5. But we didn't do a good enough job of handling their physicality on that last possession. And that's something that we've had trouble with the last couple times we've played them.
Questions for student athletes? Come on. All right, are we good? Okay, thank you. Thank you.